Matt, nice to meet you.
Mitch, nice to meet you.
Mitch. All right. So what's going on with this vehicle?
Just the heater. Defrost.
Just the heater? Yeah. So I remember you said something about so when you purchased it, you brought it here and it didn't work, or?
I knew it didn't work when I bought it.
Okay.
So I got them to come off the price quite a bit because they didn't have it looked at, not in either. So like.
Okay. Yeah. And then, but after you said it was empty?
It was empty when I got home. That was the first thing I checked. I was like, let me check the coolant. It was empty. So I filled it up and let it run for, I've drove it since then, so.
Do you overheat at all?
It didn't overheat.
No overheating? There's just no heater?
I drove it, because I had a new stereo put in Saturday, or Friday, or no, Monday, sorry. And I drove it to a Wausau and back, and it didn't get hot.
Okay.
Fine. We drove it 30 miles to 25 miles to Foil and back, and it didn't get hot, so.
Yeah. Man, that's a bit odd, dude. Well, all right, you got the key on you?
Yeah, it's actually here.
Okay, so I verified it does have enough coolant in it. I'm not lying though, that coolant doesn't look good at all whatsoever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and verify customer's complaint, and let's give her, oh boy, it's super clean in here. Nice. All right, so we're gonna start it. I'm gonna take it through its bleeding procedures, and because here's the deal, I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed. So that's the water pump right there, and to me it looks like it had just been replaced. So in just the hopes that this was put on and just not bled properly, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna crank this bad boy on. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes and we haven't changed at all from our temperature here. So we might have a temperature since, dude, right when I said that, I went up. But while I was waiting for this, I did notice a few things up here. All right, so first thing, there's a little coolant leak right here. So this is actually part of the neck from the thermostat that goes right here all the way over to here, in which this hose feeds right back there to the heater core, so the upper heater core hose. So as you can tell there, that is a new radiator for sure, with the brand new fittings on them. All right guys, so here's the deal. You already heard the customer's complaint, so now I'm gonna go ahead and verify and show you how to determine if the heater core, which I'm pretty damn sure that's what's the problem is the issue or not. So let's take a look. First, you got to get your vehicle to operating temperature, so we're going to wait till we're right there in the halfway mark. Then you want to change the HVAC settings from hot to cold just to make sure that blend door is opening and closing. All right, it's blowing out just fine. Believe me, this thing can blow. Dun, dun. But the blend door is working. Then you can see right here that we're full on coolant. So we're going to go over here to the, and with caution, we're going to squeeze this up radiator hose, and it should be extremely hot. Then we can go over here to our heater core and feel this hose that is coming from that upper radiator hose. And it too is extremely warm. So, and then this one is going into the inserted side of the heater core. So the coolant is flowing this way and traveling out back this way, coming out of this hose. So this hose right here should be too hot. And it's not even warm. Look, I noticed when I was down here filming these hoses, we have a line disconnected, but no engine light, but here's the vacuum line. So she should run a little bit better now. And guys, if it was a head gasket issue or some other type of scenario, we would have overheating symptoms, and we don't in this situation. We literally have no overheating symptoms. He drove it multiple miles and not a problem. And it's been running for quite some time now, so. Okay, so here's the deal. I wanted to find some prices for you. All right, it's easy. It was a pretty easy diagnosis. It's for sure your heater core is the situation. So it looks like, man, it looks like some people had done some work to it, probably in hopes that it would help it, because you do have a new water pump, you do have a new radiator in there, but it was pretty easy to determine that it was your heater core. You can feel this upper hose is hot, and then this upper hose going into the heater core is hot as well, but the bottom one and then this lower one are both cold. So, and then you also have a leak right here from the, so the thermostat housing, this is the whole thermostat housing right here. Your thermostat sets right here, and then it brings coolant over here to this side of the motor and cools that side down. So you have a little coolant leak. You might not be able to see it from over there. Yeah, so, and that was only really coming out when I would give it some gas, you know what I mean? Doing that, that's the only time it would shoot out. Now, I found your heater cores. I mean, fairly, dude, they're pretty inexpensive, dude. I mean, that's $35 at AutoZone. But the scenario is obviously that lower dash will have to be removed and stuff. Luckily, man, the last like 3 I've done have been underneath the driver's side. So it's been, I don't know if you've seen the video of that freaking Charger. Dude. Yeah, out. Dude, that was a freaking nightmare.
I assumed it was the heater core because it wasn't overheating.
Yeah, see, and that's the weird thing about heater cores, dude, is they can clog and you can go for quite some time without them overheating. I've even had to basically bypass the heater core by just connecting the hoses or just shutting them off completely. But I can get you a quote written up for that, because I will have to do a little bit of investigating. I don't want to shoot you a price that's too high or too low right off the flip.
Does it sound like it has a tick to you, or is that just normal?
I did hear a little noise in there. Yeah, I did hear a little noise in there. Anytime I hear any type of noises or anything like that, I always recommend you can buy an MOA treatment, and it's just an oil flush, dude. You put it in your crankcase, run your car for 15 minutes, drain it out just like a normal oil change, and it cleans all that gunk out. And I've seen it turn engines from sounding pretty obnoxious to sounding pretty quiet. So yeah,
it only does it when it starts. I mean, like right now, I mean, it's a old engine.
Yeah, well, that's the oil too. Once it warms up and the velocity of it gets a little bit thinner, it's able to travel a lot easier too. So, and you'll always hear, man, you'll always hear a little noise when you start it up. Like you just said, it's an old engine, and that oil has to rise from the bottom side of the motor up. So
I replaced the seat. That I just did.
Oh, really?
Really bad. Oh my God. The other side has it's still bad, but I bought the skins for it on eBay and.
Oh, really?
Myself, yeah.
Do you just replace the skins, or you replace the whole seat?
I should have replaced the pad, but no, I took the seat out and put the skins on it. Like,
dude, that's amazing. Yeah. Wow.
It looks okay. Like the back one's wrinkled.
I can't even tell. I swear to you, I thought that was all legit. I'm excited to do this one, man. I'm sure a lot of people will be interested in seeing this bad boy. Yeah. So.